Not only is it the end of the year, but it is the end of a decade. So I wanted to create a quick little video series of some of the best trips I've been on and a few of the worst trips I've been on. This first one is one of the best ones I went on back in 2016 with my friends Jordan and Kate, and we took a quick 2-day trip up to Rainbow Lakes, Colorado. Go.
Hi. We're going to Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, Colorado? What's in Boulder, Colorado?
A dispensary.
Oh. Okay. We're in mountain time.
Which is the time that exists in the mountains.
Yep. And for you layman people, it's an hour different from where we live at. She's been sleeping the whole time. What a party pooper. Making us do all the legwork, I tell ya.
Yep.
We are here at beautiful Rainbow Lake, Colorado, in the mountains. Behind us, our camping site. Kate getting the rest of her crap ready for a hike. Jordan in his cave. And we're gonna go have a hike here in a few minutes. Have a good time. After an evening of hiking and camping at Rainbow Lakes, we left Roosevelt National Forest. We stopped along the road and took a group selfie, a quick butt selfie, and then made our way to the parking lot at the Flatirons near Boulder. Jordan knew a route that went up the backside, which was typically less people, less tourists hiking, so we went that way and went to the top and looked at everything that was pretty and neat. We're on the trail now, and we're going clear up there. Clear up there.
Journey ahead is going to be fun, yet it's going to be very hard. And my out of shape body is not excited for it.
Oh jeez, man.
Oh my god.
Just trying to get the natural reactions out of you. What do you think of this view? This hike turned out to be so beautiful with such great sights. This trip had quite the impact on me. This was the first time I got to go into the mountains and camp and hike. It had such an impact on me that I wanted to try to recreate that same experience and that impact the mountains had on me, on my family. So I said goodbye to my cat Patches, picked up my brother, grabbed my dad and grandparents, and we went to the town right before the mountains, because my grandparents wanted to stay at an inn and have a comfortable setting, understandably. Shit. We're gonna have the man who booked it, who wanted this nice leisurely, flowery bed. Tell us what you admire about this place. What do you like about it?
It's a English inn called the Hilltop Inn.
There's kind of a running joke between my dad and I because he likes to have things very comfortable when he travels and camps and things. and I like to push myself sometimes a little bit. Give us a tour.
Very quaint. It's got a fireplace.
It's to the next door, I bet.
Yep.
So our neighbors can come kill us while we sleep.
Look at this fancy. Look at that, you can sit down here. No, it's nice and clean compared to that Super 8 we stayed in.
What's this place called?
The Hilltop Inn. I would definitely recommend it.
Let's tell the people at home what the cost is.
It's $145 a night.
$145 per night.
But the breakfast is included. Pancakes, eggs, hash browns, bacon, all of it. All of the goodness.
We're not editing.
Any pool? Any like?
They have a pub.
I think we need
So
Unfortunately, it's closed on Mondays.
So I compromised. The first night we stayed at an inn that my grandma recommended. Got to have supper for my birthday. And then the following day is what I enjoyed.
Beautiful. The drive was great on the way up here. Ready to hike some trails.
Dad is ready to hike some trails. Aren't you?
You know it.
Grandma's hoping for the best.
The trail is a little too difficult for my grandparents, so we made it most of the way up, and I'm pretty proud of them. And there's a lot of trees to cross. We did get a cool family picture. I had to like set it on a 10-second timer and then jump across the stream real quick and try to pose myself. I think it turned out fine. They were so close. Oh, they were 3/4 of the way there. Granted, we were on a trail that was being maintained at the time, which I wasn't aware because this was the same trail Jordan, Kate, and I took the previous year. And so there were a lot of down trees, some difficult parts of the trail that you had to hop over things, which would be difficult for grandparents, but they made it a long way. I mean, props to them because they're people that don't do this sort of thing all that often. So that was pretty cool to get to share that part of it with them, even though they didn't make it to the lake. So the next morning, it was a bit chilly. It was misty and rainy, but I convinced my dad to give it one more try to hike to the first lake. He really wasn't feeling it because he froze his butt off that previous night because he was sleeping on a cot and didn't insulate properly. He ended up sleeping in the truck. He was kind of miserable and just didn't get a lot of rest that night up in his first mountain experience. But I convinced him. We trekked along, we took a few breaks along the way, and then finally we reached the first lake. Little bro down there, we've been hiking, exploring, and this morning before we leave, finally got to take my dad to this first lake. Up until this point, my dad was kind of complaining a bit, but that impact that the lake had, finally he was like, yep, you were right, it was worth it. The experience was definitely different going with my family who aren't seasoned hikers versus my younger friends who are more into that sort of stuff. Totally different experiences, but good in each of their own way. I really wanted to share this location with my family because this location had such an impact on me and what I want to do with my photography and video and just hiking experience in general. So prior to this, I've never been hiking or camping in the mountains, and just the views, man, the views, the forests, the animals, just all the wildlife. That's what made this trip one of the best and most impactful to me. This is what kind of set the bar going forward and really made me want to experience life more often. Thanks for checking out this video. If you found it entertaining, hit that subscription button along with the bell notification. That way you'll be notified as soon as I upload the next archived adventure video in this series. Thanks again for watching. Stay fun, everyone. Jordan keeps causing avalanches. Kate lost her footing and tumbled only a couple feet down. Had to fight off a bear with my bare hands.
Your bare hands?
My bare hands. I cut the hands off the first bear and beat the other bear with the bare hands.
Jesus.
Colorado.